A lot of money on the line as we look at our final four. Mike Dodd with 3 wins, thus 6 points. Steffes and Loiola with 2 wins. Fonoimoana with 1 win. Jose Loiola has the best point differential.
King of the beach!
And Fonoimoana finally realizing his great potential into the finals. Jose Loiola, the bombing Brazilian. No surprise that he has gotten into the final group. And Kent Steffes among the top 4 for the first time in King of the Beach history. And Mike Dodd, his great all-around play has earned him a shot at the title.
King of the beach!
Keep in mind it's individual competition, but you are playing on a team. So it's Kent Steffes and Mike Dodd facing Jose Loiola and Eric Fonoimoana. We pick it up, Loiola and Fonoy up 2-1. A critical match, day 3. This was a match that Mike Dodd and Kent Steffes knew they had to win.
They knew they had to win, but Eric Fonoimoana continues to be the biggest surprise of this year's Miller Lite King of the Beach Invitational. Playing great defense as Loiola and Fonoimoana go out to the lead. And, Chris, this was a match that Mike Dodd expected to win with gold medalist Kent Steffes and continue his undefeated string. But it was Loiola and Fonoimoana that go out to the early lead, and Jose doing a great job serving aces as well.
The athleticism of Fonoimoana and Loiola was evident. Watch the play here. Just some of the jumping ability of 26-year-old Jose Loiola.
And the chemistry right off the bat between Loiola and Fonoimoana continued to surprise. No pressure whatsoever felt by Eric Fonoimoana, the most inexperienced player in this group.
And another transition play. And Fonoy able to put it away. Mike Dodd and Kent Steffes just did not have it. They were not revved up. They were not in sync. Kent Steffes was playing the left side, and they were in big trouble from start to finish.
Steffes playing on his offside, the left side having a difficult time putting the ball away. And what Jose Loiola didn't dig, Eric Fonoimoana just popped up, transition for points.
Fonoimoana, who won his only tournament in 1994, looking for another win here at the King of the Beach, and suddenly it was 14-7. Fonoimoana and Loiola looking to close out Steffes and Dodd. And that was it. The snuff job, Loiola on Dodd. So the first match of the final day was over. Jose Loiola getting a tremendous boost, along with Eric Fonoimoana, who picked up a win. Mike Dodd suffering his first loss. Kent Steffes, despite the loss, still has a chance. Speaking of Steffes, he's had a great 10-year career. However, it wasn't always quite so easy.
My climb hasn't been a straight shot up. It's been sort of zigzagged on the way up, and I think those little downdrafts have really helped to elevate my career when it actually does go up.
Things looking up for Kent Steffes. When we come back, we'll have a conversation with a controversial one right after this. In this one, Kent Steffes will be teamed with Jose Loiola this time. Jose Loiola now the favorite. Keep in mind, however, he has never won. Mike Dodd, meanwhile, has played well, but he has never won.
But Mike Dodd has had a big hand many, many times at the King of the Beach, and who has eventually won the title because of his experience and all-around play. But Kent Steffes and Jose Loiola, a superb side-out team. Steffes back on his usual right side, but it's veteran Mike Dodd with the stuff block, and Dodd and Fonoimoana went out to the early 3-2 lead.
Everyone expected Kent Steffes and Jose Loiola to win this match. Most thought that Steffes and Loiola were too powerful for Dodd and Fonoimoana, but early on, it was relatively even.
Well, the wind conditions in Las Vegas on the final day had a lot to do with who was going to control the final day's competition. And Fonoimoana and Dodd, good ball control. Wind conditions on the good side, bad side were a big factor. Fonoimoana and Dodd now on the bad side. Fonoimoana sprays that ball out of bounds. And don't forget, Fonoy came all the way through the qualification bracket, came through the first day of competition, and now into the Final Four. Could be seeing the first signs of fatigue from Fonoy.
Capacity crowd here at the Hard Rock Hotel Casino for match number 2. Once again, a very important match in determining points and match wins for the King of the Beach. Eric Fonoimoana, 6'3", 205 pounds, out of Manhattan Beach, California. The youngest of 6 kids. Steffes showing the kind of touch that has made him into a superstar. You said it right, Paul, many times. When he plays with Karch Kiraly, Karch gets most of the credit when they win. And if they lose, he gets all of the blame.
Well, that's the way it's supposed to be, right? There's a heavy burden to play with the world's greatest player.
So Steffes and Fonoimoana taking control in this series right here.
Well, they're serving the ball into the wind. They're on the good side, and Fonoimoana and Dodd not passing the ball well here. And look at the firepower of Steffes and Jose Loiola. Arguably two of the most dynamic and accurate hitters on the beach, and also jump serving with a lot of environmental advantage right now.
Fonoimoana roof on that play. Part of the physicality of Steffes and Loiola.
You add to that now, starting his 5th season on the AVP Tour, all the experience that he has garnered over the last several years. Of course, started with fellow Brazilian Anginho, and now with Adam Johnson. He's played a lot of high-level matches.
Once again, individual competition, and Mike Dodd and Eric Fonoimoana at this point in the match looked very tired. They trailed 7-3. Chris Marlowe, Karch Kiraly in lime green, and my partner Paul Sunderland. Karch able to sit in for a couple of minutes. Your thoughts on this match so far?
Nothing surprising at the end here, or at this mid part, but it took Kent and Jose a while to get going. I was surprised that it took them as long to get this lead, but it was kind of inevitable. Everybody thought that they would be the heavy favorites in this game.
Well, and just got 5 points on the good side to kind of take control here, 7-3, and seems to really be a mounting factor. The wind conditions down, and it's a big advantage being on the side to our left, now occupied by Mike Dodd and Eric Fonoimoana.
7-3 is our score. 5 minutes and 6 seconds to go. Mike Dodd serving. His team behind 7-3. Trying to work Steffes deep.
Nobody.
And Steffes puts it away. Karch Kiraly, you've won 4 of the previous 5 King of the Beaches. How disappointed were you with your performance this weekend?
Really, I wasn't that disappointed. I was in some pain that I was hoping I wouldn't have, and it was probably better that those guys put me out of my misery. Nice serve by Jose. That's not an easy thing to do from the bad side. Get some aces like that.
Right on the line, 8-3 now.
Jose Loiola started the first match of the day against his current partner, Kent Steffes. Really got things going with Eric Fonoimoana with a couple of similar aces down the line, taking a little off with the wind at his back now.
Loiola with a dig. He likes to play defense. Here he comes. And he hit it out. So a chance there to go to 9, Dodd and Fonoimoana. What can Dodd and Fonoimoana do here to turn things around today?
Well, they were really siding out well early. I think a key turning point was when they were on the bad side. They had a chance for a 4th point. Mike dug a high ball on top of the net, but they were unable to convert, and they haven't gotten a point or even an opportunity since.
There's one. That makes it 8-4.
But Steffes and Loiola have already gotten one on the bad side, so that will certainly be a big advantage. Fonoimoana trying to crank things up and pressure on him to really serve well, because Mike Dodd, as we all know, does not have a jump serve, and nor does he serve that tough. Strategically well, yes, but not that hard.
That bad side's looking worse and worse as Jose Loiola makes a great save. Chance for another point here, Fonoy. Got it.
Tell you, the good side now is like rolling 7 every time, and over here it's cracks and you're out.
Eric doing a good job of reaching for that high angle off of Mike's call there. Eric really does have to be aggressive with his serving here because Mike's not a jump server, and they got to take advantage of the good side serving into that wind.
Working on Loiola, it's coming over the net. Loiola, did he touch the net? No, and Fonoy puts it away. 8-6 now.
And once again, both members of the losing team in this match are eliminated from the running for the King of the Beach title.
Fonoimoana, his team down by just 2 now. There's the dig. Chance for another point. Fonoy got it.
Slicing it off, easy as can be.
Mike Dodd and Eric Fonoimoana down 8-4, come back to 8-7, but that's where the comeback would end. Fonoy and Dodd seemingly running out of gas. Loiola and Steffes picking up the tempo. It was 11-7 with Steffes serving, and serving hard. And another point.
Yeah, but look where the points are being scored. Once again, the run is always being made on the good side. Very gusty conditions in Las Vegas. Steady breeze, maybe 5 to 10 miles an hour, but difficult gusts up to 15 or 20, and the team on the good side with a huge advantage.
Loiola in the driver's seat right now. And an ace by Steffes. So it appears that Ken Steffes and Jose Loiola might be battling it out for the King of the Beach title. If they win, they'll do battle in our third match. The final point came on this play, and it happened very quickly. The husband and wife play rearing its ugly head. So Jose Loiola and Ken Steffes win it. They will play for the individual title of King of the Beach. Dodd and Fonoy are out. Coach Karai, thanks for joining us. Good luck with your shoulder.
Thank you.
And we will see you a little later in the AVP season. Ken Steffes, Jose Loiola will face off for the King of the Beach title next.
It's good to be king.
Here's what it pays at the Miller Lite King of the Beach Invitational. $250,000 in total prize money. First place, a cool 40 grand, plus bonus money picked up for every match win. Now, Jose Loiola needs just 7 points to become the King of the Beach because of his match wins and his point differential. Meanwhile, Ken Steffes, the only other man who has a chance, must win 15-5. They'll play on opposite teams here on A court. Mike Dodd, Jose Loiola, Ken Steffes, Eric Fonoimoana. Loiola will serve first. And right off the bat, Mike Dodd has a chance for a point. Dodd whacks it, Steffes, and he cannot control it. Mike Dodd and Jose Loiola, interestingly, get a point on the bad side. Explain.
Well, that's a fabulous start, first of all, and virtually worth a point and a half. Dodd and Jose Loiola have the wind at their backs. It's more difficult to serve. It's more difficult to control the ball, and to score one right off the bat on the bad side will give Jose a real leg up, as he now is only 6 points away from the title.
Once again, if you're new to the King of the Beach Invitational, it's individual competition. Ken Steffes, Jose Loiola, the only 2 men that have a chance to be King of the Beach. Steffes and Fonoy have to tighten it up right here. They can't afford to give up any easy points. Steffes has the dig, but it's going out of bounds. So a side out back to Dodd and Loiola.
Well, the challenge for Steffes and Fonoy, of course, is to score points very, very quickly. You look at the steadiness and experience of Mike Dodd and the explosiveness of Jose Loiola. I think the challenge almost impossible for Ken Steffes.
Working on Fonoimoana. Here he comes.
Come on,
And it's dug up by Dodd. Chance for a point. Spin it. No. Steffes is there. Steffes off the net, and he's too long. So now Jose Loiola just needs 5 points to defeat Ken Steffes.
You can see where chemistry and playing together is so very, very important. This set from Eric Fonoimoana is well back off the net. Steffes not able to make the adjustment and shanks that ball out of bounds. Another point from the bad side. And make it another one yet again. Fonoy, who's been the player of the tournament, making back-to-back errors.
So Fonoy and Steffes got off to a very shaky start. After a number of side outs, though, they got the ball back, and Fonoy whacked an ace, and that gave his fans and his team a little bit of hope.
The quickest way to score points. The problem is, once we get to the 3-2 multiple, Steffes and Fonoimoana will have to go over to the bad side.
Fonoy, is a powerful jump server, and he was working on his pal Mike Dodd. Chance for a point right here, and Steffes touched it, so he had to wheel it over. Jose Loiola showing some of his stuff.
Loiola drilling, and it never looks like he has all that room to bomb the ball cross-court into the angle, and he's maybe the only player on the beach that can do it.
Loiola with one-hand spear, and able to put it away. So Jose Loiola, who needed just 7 points to win the King of the Beach, now has 4 and in command. After a side change and a quick timeout, Ken Steffes and Eric Fonoimoana on a terrific rally, able to get back in it.
Line. Come on, come.
And by Ken Steffes. But Mike Dodd always in the right place, one of the best readers on the beach playing defense, and showing you that Jose Loiola can play some defense as well.
but the resulting hit was out, and Steffes and Fonoy had gotten a very important point.
One of the few blanks fired by Jose throughout the course of the tournament. One of the most athletic, along with Kent Steffes and Karch Kirai. Jose Loiola chasing down, and he and Mike Dodd are very, very close friends. Dodd played an integral role in getting Jose comfortably ensconced on the AVP Tour. Their chemistry and their matchup in this final match, a big help to Jose Loiola.
Jose Loiola, the man in black, just 3 points away from winning his first King of the Beach title. But Fonoimoana with the dig, and Fonoy putting it away. As Steffes and Fonoy showing some signs of life.
Fonoimoana has had a marvelous tournament, and certainly this will do a lot for his confidence going into this season when he won only once in the last couple of years when so much more was expected. But to show you how irony can raise its head on the Pro Beach Tour, Fonoy doesn't even know who his partner's going to be on opening day yet.
Kent Steffes serving. His team down by 1. Dodd whacked it. Steffes. And Dodd. Jose Loiola chasing. Right on top. Yes.
Jose Loiola set that ball to Mike Dodd all the way from the suburbs of Rio de Janeiro. Chasing that ball down, one of the most difficult plays to make. And remember, all afternoon long, the wind has been blowing, the wind has been gusting, but with the kind of lead Jose has and the confidence he's shown throughout this tournament, putting that ball 50-50.
With that, the score 4-3, Loiola and Dodd by 1. Eric Fonoimoana. Jose needs 3 points to become the king. Working on Dodd. And Dodd working hard. Fonoy, and Fonoy with a tremendous save. Steffes back over. Loiola, and Dodd hitting into the net.
That's why, regardless of the score, no matter how far you have to go to chase down a ball, you have to do whatever is necessary to keep a ball in play. And the wind, even though Fonoimoana and Steffes are on the bad side, it helps them. The wind keeps this ball inside the playing area. It's a shank pass, really not Mike Dodd's fault. Jose Loiola just shanking that ball, and Dodd had no chance to set it effectively.
4-4, a chance to take the lead. Steffes shovels it over and out.
Steffes touched the ball on the block, no doubt about that. A superb dig and defensive play by Fonoimoana. Steffes a little frustrated that he touched that ball.
Trying to chicken it over very quickly here, right, Paul?
Well, I think you put pressure on the official here to call that micro touch. It's not up to the player to acknowledge the touch on his part at the net. The official's got to see that.
Steffes going gently down the line. Kent Steffes, born in Ann Arbor, Michigan. We're now set to serve. 89 wins total, 77 with Karch Kirai. Kent playing only in his 3rd King of the Beach. First 2 years he finished last, then he didn't like it for a couple of years. Now he's back with renewed enthusiasm. As Dodd, Sunderland's one to the sand, slashes hard.
Hey, Steffes hadn't won a game in the King of the Beach until this year. As you mentioned, played the first couple of times this event was brought out on the AVP Tour and was lousy and took a hiatus, and now he likes it now that it's in Las Vegas.
4-4, Fonoy. That time. Americans, at least older Americans, not very adept at soccer, are they, Paul?
Well, if Jose would have made that play and it would have been up to him to kick that ball, he would have launched it all the way to California. But Mike Dodd, after the great defensive try, thought, I'm not going to embarrass myself.
I can't even kick the ball flush. 4-4. Final match at the King of the Beach. Jose Loiola with a snapdragon.
Last year voted the best offensive player on the beach by his peers, and an example why. Just quick and straight to the sand.
Told me earlier in the week, if I play my best, I should win. And he has been playing his best, and he is in control. He needs just 3. Oh, and now he needs just 2 points as a ball handling error called on Steffes.
Double contact. Setting that ball overhand by Kent Steffes, and no argument whatsoever. Just went a little bit too deep into the dish. You see him take his right hand away. He knew that bobbled inside his hands. Good call by the officials.
Loiola serving, and he gets the ace. So Jose Loiola now just 1 point away from being the Miller Lite King of the Beach. And it would come on this play. Watch it. Jose Loiola serving. Steffes. And he hit it out. And that was all Jose Loiola needed. Not much emotion. A workmanlike effort for Jose. But the 7 was scored. And yes, indeed, the 1997 Miller Lite King of the Beach for the first time. Ironically, in Las Vegas, lucky 7 rules for Jose Loiola.
Hello, I'm Jose Loiola. You're watching AVP on NBC. AVP on NBC.
The 1997 Miller Lite AVP Tour will be coming to a city near you this summer. To purchase seats for AVP events, call 1-800-432-7470. Chris Marlowe, Paul Sunderland back with you. That man is the Miller Lite King of the Beach for 1997. We pick up the score 11-10. Still, this match to be decided. It's $10,000 per man to the winning team, zip to the losing team. So both teams still going hard. Steffes, and that ball was out of bounds. So Steffes and Eric Fonoimoana trying to hang in, despite the fact that they know that neither of them will be King of the Beach for this year.
And this is where Jose Loiola can pay back friend Mike Dodd, helping him win an additional $10,000 for his efforts. And Mike Dodd, so instrumental in Jose's life, really, in the United States, and a key to his success when he first came here from Rio de Janeiro.
Jose Loiola, who grew up as a basketball player, admired Michael Jordan and Oscar Schmidt. First international player to win on the AVP Tour, and now the first international player to win the King of the Beach. And Jose is doing it all. He's done it all for 2 days. And he pops another one off the block and out of bounds.
And not blocking right now against Fonoimoana. Maybe sensing he's a little bit fatigued, not jumping and hitting the ball quite as hard. So Dodd and Loiola quite content and being quite efficient at just staying back and playing old-style digging defense.
Jose Loiola unable to play in the Olympics due to a dispute with the Brazilian Volleyball Federation, and the FIVB now just 1 point away from the conclusion of this event. He's going to get a huge payday. Fonoimoana puts it away. So Ken Steffes and Eric Fonoimoana. Fonoimoana has played 3 days. He's played longer than all the other players because he had to go through the qualifier. Now Steffes will try to answer back. Here comes Dodd. And Dodd is blocked. Jose Steffes got it up. Chance for a point here. Ken Steffes. Yes.
Steffes faced with a near impossible task, trying to hold Dodd and Jose Loiola under 6 points in order to get the win. And family and friends on hand. Jose's uncle here to watch the biggest moment of his professional career.
Mike Dodd and Ken Steffes actually battling for second and third now in the King of the Beach. Here comes Fonoimoana, and he puts it away. So a difference in the money for winning the match, but it could affect places 2 and 3, or 3 and 2.
$40,000 to the winner. Jose Loiola has wrapped that up, and then it drops off quite significantly. So this is an important game.
14-12. Steffes, and that ball is on the line by Steffes. Mike Dodd, the oldest player to ever win a beach volleyball tournament at 39. He still keeps chugging along. He's 5th on the all-time list with 74 wins behind St. John Smith, Karai, Stoklos, and Steffes. Here comes Steffes, down by 2. And that ball is not coming out of the net. You have to admire how hard Steffes and Fonoimoana continue to play.
Well, they could have just hung it up after Jose Loiola captured the crown, but they know they want to, play. The fans here, and including family here, a little more frustrated. He wants to be part of the celebration. Brazilians like to party, and there's going to be a big party for Jose when this is over. But Fonoimoana and Steffes have hung in. The site here in Las Vegas has been great for the King of the Beach. Sold out all 3 days of the competition, and they're not going to stop playing. They're going to finish this out right to the end.
Mike Dodd, one of the great supporting players in the King of the Beach history. He's done it with Karch many years. Now he's doing it for Jose Loiola. Loiola trying to wrap it up right here so he can start celebrating. This could be it. And not that time as Fonoy gets the line. So Eric Fonoimoana, who is in his prime now, and he's looking for the big breakout year and signaling that he could be a key factor on the AVP Tour this year with this performance.
Got to get a partner, but I think he'll have a few messages on his machine after this performance.
Steffes got a dig. Steffes looking for a point, and he puts it away. Well, Ken Steffes showing some of the magic. He's used to working with his normal partner, Karch Karai, showing he can do it with the Fonoy.
Fonoy continues to hustle, and Steffes is so strong, works so hard, and is obviously in good shape for the beginning of this season. Swings and puts that ball away.
No celebration by the Brazilian contingent yet. Jose Loiola off, Steffes out of bounds. 14-13, Mike Dodd and Jose Loiola will now have another game point. So Mike Dodd with the king of the beach at the net. You can't feel any better about your partner. Looking to close it out. Fonoy rockets hard as he got some weapons fall.
Well, and he's shown them day after day after day. Again, Fonoy came in through the qualifier, and here we are, the last match of the final day. And he's just ripping the ball inside of Jose Loiola, the biggest jumper and one of the most intimidating blockers on the beach.
Fonoy lobbing deep. So here we go, Jose Loiola. The man who is the king, calling for his accolades. And he will serve it up. Match point. Working on Steffes. And Steffes hit it out, and that will do it. Jose can celebrate now. No doubt about it. Jose Loiola is the new king.
Take a golf lesson from the dream team of pros who teach the pros. Learn how to take strokes off your game with high-performance golf. Next on NBC.
The Miller Lite winning moment. It will go down as one of the great and most exciting plays in King of the Beach history. Ken Steffes served it up. Now watch the action. First big dig will come by Steffes. But the play comes right here. A 50-foot dig, Jose on the run. And watch the foot away. Right on top of the net. Yes. It has been that kind of week for the Brazilian bomber. Let's go over to Paul Sunderland.
With a jubilant Jose Loiola. You've been second 3 years in a row. How does this feel, a little bit higher up on the rung?
Well, I think the only thing I have to do here is to prove to myself after running 3 years in a row in the second place. But also I'd like to congratulate all the fans which support me and all the players which play with me today. They all play great, awesome. So I give you a lot of credit for them.
And speaking of that, you play with old friend Mike Dodd in the last match. How much of a help was that for you in a big situation?
Well, I think Mike stepped out in a big game, huge game. We never won any game in the King of the Beach. I think that was the most important moment for me to win with him because he also my friend. He set me up here in the whole United States, so I give him a lot of credit. He played awesome.
You came here 5 years ago, one of the first ever, of course, the first international player ever to win an AVP event. You think something like this was possible when you came 5 years ago?
Well, I never knew that, but I work hard, and I think when you work hard, and those moments come for you.
This was a special moment. Congratulations to you, Jose Loiola, the new King of the Beach. Chris, back to you.
The Miller Lite jackpot here at the King of the Beach. Jose Loiola wins $78,000. It is the largest individual tournament payday in beach volleyball history. Mike Dodd finishes second, Ken Steffes third, and Eric Fonoimoana sounding the warning bell that he is on the rise. What a day for those two. The final match, good friends. Jose gets the gold, and Mike, once again, the silver. best beach volleyball players in the world came to the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino here in Las Vegas, Nevada to prove their worth. Now, one man stands alone as the new king. His name? Jose Loiola. For Paul Sunderland, I'm Chris Marlowe. The beach is now officially closed.